Hey everyone, it's Cuddle and I'm here with episode 9 of the Darksiders 100% walkthrough. Last time we collected a whole bunch of stuff in our what turned out to be a 2-part collectathon. This time we're going to continue on. Hopefully, I say hopefully, but I know we are, going to get our final holo. Alright, so let's get on like Leroy Jenkins and let's do this. So, we are going to start. If you haven't already, of course, you can collect up the visage that's here from Lust. Well, that's quite a few episodes ago now. Episode 6.
This is not exactly the power I had in mind.
Neighbor horsemen can choosers.
And that's technically the first time we are supposed to be using force, but we used it earlier collecting stuff. So that is our force wall.
The Lord of Hollows will never be accused of subtlety.
Time to find the next sin.
Are you certain? I'm just asking. Seems to me you might be going a little soft. At least that's what the Lord of Hollows appeared to see in you.
If you truly want to see how I have softened, question my resolve again.
And we'll collect the angelic artifact right there. Okay. So these are, like, the first times we'll be using these technically, although we used them before technically, so this is not the first time. But it allows us to go on these magnetic walls, which is obviously a handy little traversal tool.
All I'm saying is, there's been a change. It's natural, I think, after all you've been exposed to here.
What do you mean?
Need I remind you, there is no absolute good, nor is there absolute evil in the universe. Those are human concepts. The Charred Council is aware of this. It's the very reason for their continued existence.
Ugh, the way you blather on. What are you trying to say?
Heaven and hell are not absolutes either. Seen with the proper perspective, they are simply two opposing forces scrambling to gain power over this sad wall of mud.
It is the way of all things.
Precisely. But why would they be so focused on this rock and its teeming bacteria when there is an entire cosmos to explore and to conquer?
While we were listing that, you might have noticed this little glowy over here. So this is actually a chunk, and to upgrade our stuff to +10, one of only 3 in the game. So if you wanted to, and you have Havoc, you could actually totally cheese this right now and kind of go in this back door and yada yada yada. You're gonna pop out somewhere that we'll be at shortly, but we're not gonna do that because I'm not a big cheeser. This is the 100% run through, not the 100% cheese. So instead, we'll just collect our 2 lurcher clusters. I say that like it was going to be one of those, but that was just one there, and then the other one's right here. Alright. And since, we don't want these other things hanging around. Okay, thought I would. I don't know why they only. Okay, okay. Oh, Fury, I think you got it, Fury. I think you got it. Alright. I'm gonna swing on up here. Fall down there for no reason whatsoever.
Balance.
Yes. By keeping them occupied with this miserable conflict, the greater universe has a chance to remain pure.
That is a curious method for seeking balance, especially for being so powerful.
Yes, very curious. So I'm just saying, if you were in doubt, I would understand.
And we get the small lurcher cache after crawling through there. We get a healing shard here, and then we jump on down. And there's something right behind us too, but we're going to take out these guys first. Alright, finally we can see one of these bad boys. And not need to come back for it, which is annoying a little bit. They just kind of mock you there with their purple nipple pimpleness. And we'll go back and grab that large oyster cluster. Now, here, so there's those guys up there, but they won't actually attack you until you trigger them if you want to at all. However, there's this flying guy and this guy, and you can easily get ganged up on, and this fight can overwhelm you pretty quick. So you want to try to trigger him by himself, like that. And something else I found out by accident is that the salvation cancels out his little wave thing. I had no idea. I thought that was really cool. So I don't know, like, if that really means anything, because you can just kind of dodge out of the way and storm retaliate, but I thought it was cool. So now that he's dead, we're going to activate these two brothers and take them out with some fiery goodness. Now you're wondering about the blocking. Yes, we could use this. We probably should, this being force. Although I'm pretty bad at it. He doesn't even always work. Just knock him away, though. Well, that was pretty smooth. And now we got this guy. The second time we're seeing him in the last episode. That's last episode. Last time we played a song of 666, but we're not going to do that today because A, I'm dodging like horrible, and we also got some upgrades since that happened last time, so we're going to be doing more damage. 777, oh yeah. Winning at slots instead of worshipping the Underlord. Much better. Jackpot, baby. Alright, that went pretty well. I've died there before, for sure. So after all that funness, you'll see our Kraken friend there, and these four things. We'll head back there in a second. First, I want to talk about this area over here. So, can you go over there right now? Yes, and over there is where you get the chunk, and you'll go up a thing, and then yada yada, you'll knock that down, and then you'll go over here, and blah blah blah. However, actually you don't need to go up the thing to knock this down, but that's not the point right now. That is actually a pretty high level area. You'll kind of hit a huge difficulty spike. Things take a lot longer to kill and a lot more difficult, so I'm going to say we're going to come back later, and also get it all at once when we have stasis. Technically, I guess we don't need it because we can cheese it like I talked about before, but we're just going to skip it for now, and probably not even do it in our next little cleanup that we do after getting the last hollow. We're probably going to do it like right before the final boss, so we'll do that then. But for now, we're just going to ignore it, and we're going to grab that thing on the edge that we did. And over here. Grab this Jakash. Don't be worried about that, because that's just this right there. That being the barnacles. You can destroy it from the other side, but it doesn't...
A wide-eyed serpent. Try not to bring my child
To die.
But it doesn't actually do anything. And now we have this little thing chilling. We knocked him out before, and we're just going up to your weak spot, just going, hey, buddy.
It fled into that underwater cave. We must follow.
Must we?
Yes. Now.
Alright, Fury, whatever you say. And grab that demounter effect right there. And now that the Kraken is gone, we can actually access a bunch of stuff again. So that's where we just were. You know, down the tornado stuff over there. If you did the boomerang 4-eye thing and missed the thing right here, you can grab that. But we actually have Vulgrim right here that we're going to talk to, so that if we die, we can easily get back. Not do anything else with him right now, though. And over there is where we had our wonderful favorite alt-rock song. Someone had an awesome comment about it. Our favorite rock song, Psychopath 666, right here. So you can grab that stuff now if you didn't before. And if you were curious when we went here, we went in the last episode, so go check that out. And for now, we are going to just go down here. So something we haven't seen yet with Force. Actually, I guess we have seen it when we did the backtrack, but something we're supposed to kind of discover now is that when Fury has Force Hollow equipped, she sinks. She sinks like a rock, and that was much underwhelmed by the loading screen. But now she can just walk around, do stuff normally underneath. If she has any other hollow equipped, like fire distinguishes, she has this or the other one, she'll just swim. Which is a little faster way around sometimes, and kind of have to do a mix of the two to kind of navigate and get everything. So we're going to be doing that very soon. In probably my least favorite part of the game, because it's just this open area that gets really confusing because we're underwater and it's not easy to get around. But for now, we're just going to destroy that. Grab this. Jump down here. Grab ourselves a thorn shard. Swim up here. Not get electrocuted. Oh, sorry. Lied. Totally get electrocuted. Pretty cool sound design for underwater, actually. I actually like it quite a bit. Makes the awesome Force sounds feel even weightier. And introduction to these mines, which will be important later. Alright, now we're out. So we're going to do that. Grab the large electric blister. We're going to pop that so I don't die stupidly to him right here. Which, again, totally has not happened before. I don't know what y'all talking about. I guess we're just going to arcane dodge like a couple of bosses. Or not. Dim chicken? Who's going first? Who's got... Come on. Come on now. Okay. Whatever, you baby. Okay, now you're just annoying me. If you block me again, I'm gonna smash your butt. And I can't lock onto him for some reason. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but anyway. I don't know why well, we didn't have to switch to this fire here, but we unlocked that sword, so now we can go 1, 2, 3, and get on through to the other side.
It appears the sin has escaped. Perhaps we should...
It can't have gone far. I will find it.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Not sure how it got through this gate here, but, you know, whatevs. And we get another Vulgrim. The Forgotten Lake Vulgrim. We're going to say hi to him. We don't have enough for another level, so we're not going to do it. We're going to buy some of these, because I don't feel like hitting restart at this moment. Call this the Forgotten Lake of the Depths, so we're now officially in the depths.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
And now, after we grab this large Lusher cluster, we are ready for everyone's favorite part, including mine, like I said a moment ago. The Water Temple. Oh, excuse me, the Depths. And that's a little, because, you know, we don't change the water levels, so it's not quite like that. But this has got the same annoyance. So, I just jumped down here right away. But so if you're just lost and just want to proceed, you can jump to this time code right now on your screen. That'll help you proceed onto Gluttony. But first, we're going to go and collect pretty much everything along the way that's not on the obvious path. We're just going to clear out this whole area. And then at that time code, we'll start back here and proceed on to the next part of the game. So, for now we're just going to start with, like I said, with the collectibles. And as followable as a fashion as I can muster in this very weird area. And first we want to come down here and take on these guys. So these doesn't get very annoying. They do that like dive to you, which can take you off guard, and if you'll come after me, they also spit acid with also a very weird window. I gotta say, it can be kind of difficult to judge it, and you like don't even want to do the force attack because you'll just knock them far away and it takes forever. But at some point we'll get an acid attack and we'll show you how to dodge that too. But for now, just don't let them overwhelm you and just be cool, guys. Be cool. So we're going to start a little collectathon in this room adventure right here. Mini collectathon with our large luster. And we're going to come through here. Avoid this mine. Avoid this mine. Avoid this mine. Avoid all these mines. And grab our soldier cash. And totally get screw-driven by this thing. Run through here and grab the demonic artifact. Something that if you're trying to explore this naturally, and you'll kind of, the way you kind of do that is you just have to check a whole lot of different places. So the large citrus cluster here, that's the only things in here. You have to kind of do that, and then you'll kind of get little glimpses like through grates and stuff of like item glowies, and then you gotta go find them, and you know, but that doesn't work for everything. There's some things that are quite kind of, you know, tucked away. So this, if you have done the natural exploration, you can follow along quickly and grab everything that you might have missed. But if you're just following along to just grab stuff, that's fine too. But you're kind of missing out that exploration part of kind of figuring out where everything is. All right. So we're going to grab one of our favorite things that we're not going to be using for a while. Luminous Visage. And our reflection got rid of that guy. I'm going to pop one of these just in case I don't die for a stupid reason. And we are finally going to go to our next chosen. So if you're having trouble, I just kind of did it, but if you're going to trouble with these, you just kind of want to swing once and then dodge over. And the window's pretty forgiving, but if as long as you kind of like swing while you're away like that and then dodge over, you'll get it and you'll get on through. All right. Let's get our chosen. Oops. You can dodge in the water to speed up. And then I'm going up. All right. Then we're going to purple ball, purple marble up here. I'll Samus morph ball.
Mistress, it's another of the chosen.
How can you tell?
A void hangs around them. Can't you feel it? Unlike anything else, the absence of the Creator's hand.
Oh, he's hiding. He's a cutie. All right, so I would use Havoc here, but we're gonna go over it a little bit. You can't take him out in one Havoc. He's got some meat on his bones. So here's the thing. All right. Now the kind of like what you've been kind of to understand is that Force knocks off a shield, which is true, but it does not interrupt if he's in the middle of an animation. So there's kind of only very certain times when it's helpful. And you kind of see when there's this stumble back. So my preferred method is still to use my go-to, the Flame Hollow, and just dodge. And then here's where we're gonna start, doing some advanced dodging techniques. I said dodging techniques, but I meant hollow techniques, because something we haven't talked about up to this point, and not that I'm ever good at like showing that on camera anyway, is that you can actually change hollow mid-dodge. So let's say I'm on here, and then I just switch to the Flame Hollow real quick, and then my dodge window while I was on the Force Hollow did a flame attack as I switched it before I actually hit the retaliate button. So that's something that can be really helpful, and we start getting into more advanced combat. Can be good as well, because like in this example, I didn't actually do it there. But like you can stay on Force, and actually will knock them back like that. But then when you actually dodge an attack, not like that. When you actually dodge an attack, you can switch to flame and do what I think is the better reaction for most stuff. In all honestly, my favorite hollow retaliation by far, and that went pretty darn smooth. That was pretty good. And we get our second Essence of a Chosen. Very nice. All right. Give ourselves our piece of adamantine, our essence of a chosen, and we go back and miss our thing completely because I totally was not looking at my notes. Okay. And we're going to go back to here. And then we're going to float on up. And meaningfully go here. Oh, okay. Sometimes changing the direction while you're dashing around doesn't work so well. So I probably did a little too much, but that's okay. And we get to see another one of those blocks that we saw before. And now actually do something a little more meaningful with it. And create ourselves a platform. So something you might also notice, they don't jump quite as high with force on. So actually I didn't think you could reach it with force. So hey, you learn some new stuff every day, even though you play through this area like 3 times today. All right. There's always new stuff to learn. Ways to grow and expand your knowledge of a 4-year-old video game. Okay. So before we go up there, we're going to grab this fragment. Thank you, skeleton, for that. That's not what I meant. Not what I meant. There we go. That's what I want, the medium butcher clump. Take out you archer boy so you don't annoy the crap out of me. And where are you? There you are. Alright, get your medium lurcher cluster. And we get to fight a red eye. So we just want to be careful, not let him get revenge on us. We're going to take out those other skeletons so they don't annoy us again. So I would not recommend trying to use force to break blocks with this guy. Just because it doesn't always work and he does so much damage. Like so much. So you just got to be careful. Man, I thought I was tired today, but I am just nailing these dodges, man. Dodge master in the house. Alright, so we got our piece of adamantine from that red eye. And then our rejuvenation core, making our Nephilim respite a little bit better. And we're going to do a fancy little exit move off of here. So you can get this from just swimming through the water to this point, but I like doing it all stylish from up here like this. Oh. Well, that was embarrassing. Usually just goes kaboom and then you just grab it here, you know, but whatever. You know what? It's one of the days where you just gotta be like, brush it off. It's okay. Not everything's gonna go perfect. It's just a game, everybody. It's just a game. So you might see that up there. And that's actually where we're going to go to proceed in the area. So we're not gonna grab that yet because again, when I say we're gonna come back and we're gonna proceed how to get through this area here, we're gonna go there. So we're leaving that for now. Instead, we're gonna fly down here and grab ourselves a little sliver. All right, we got our sliver, and now we're gonna go over here. Wave down to this little area, be like, hello. But before we do that, we're gonna go over here and grab this fragment hiding in the rocks. And something I didn't mention before is, while fire obviously extinguishes itself, or might as well not have any hollow equipped at all while you're under here, storm does stay lit, so you kind of do get the light from that if you want to be able to swim with light and not just fall to the ground, like with this. All right, so we got our fragment. I'm gonna go over here. Large lurcher cluster. Large lurcher cluster again. And destroy these because we don't like them. Also because it opens up a nice little hole here for us. Move you, I think you move you all the way some more. Oh, nope, not against the wall like that. Oh yeah, we can, okay. And then we open up a little hole. And grab ourselves another fun and fancy-free enhancement, the Azazel enhancement. Azazel? Azazel? Let's look up Bezgable enhancement. And we're not going to equip that right now, but we'll show you what it does. But while we're here, we're actually going to do something else. So, Focus Azazel, 5% wrath generated per hit, and then +6 amount of wrath bar generated per minute. So you might look at this and think about, hey, don't we have another wrath one? And the answer is yes, we do. We got it last episode. We got the Unfocused Rage from Vulgrim. This one, however, is the 10+% chance to spawn wrath when killing an enemy, and 10% wrath reward from wrath lurchers. So when it says spawns wrath, it means a wrath lurcher, and then you get more wrath from it. So this might seem more on the surface, and in one way it is. However, there's a really big difference, and this is something that is kind of really more important later with like Crucible runs and stuff like that, is that this is a passive, and then you get wrath generated just from hitting things, right? And what do you hit a lot but don't actually kill? That'd be bosses. However, with this one, you get it on kill, and that's for like when you're in these big groups of enemies or weaker enemies or just not bosses. So this is essentially a useless artifact enhancement when you're fighting a boss. So something to keep in mind. Same thing with Marauder and Leviathan. You know, like just things that, you know, this actually, it does have a slight use because you get health, but just something to keep in mind is that when you're fighting groups, different enhancements will be more helpful. And the passive isn't going to help you when you're not attacking anything that might spawn a Wrath Lurcher. This is literally a pointless one. So for most Chaos builds, this is going to be a more fruitful enhancement. All right, just something to keep in mind. All right. Now let's continue forward. Whoops, wrong one. Alrighty, so now we're gonna look at this and be like, what's up here? Oh, I don't know. Anything interesting? A stasis wall. A nice wall. Not anything we can do anything about right now. But it's there, and we'll come back. And however, we do want to go, whoops. Okay, dive. We are going to go over here now, and just so we don't lose. So there's something really easy to do while you're trying to follow. Is probably get disoriented. So there's the hole where we got the enhancement. There's that waterfall we just saw. Now we're going to go over here to this, and I'll do my best to kind of make it easier to follow. Down here. Grab ourselves a Lurcher Cache. And now we're going to fight these guys here. Because if they chase you into a weird corner, and there's lots of weird corners under here, they can take you out much quicker than I would like to admit has killed me before. Alright. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, so there's that right there. We're going to come back for that in a second. We're going to go up here, though, and I'm going to show you this. This is where we end up eventually, and you'll notice, hey, I need a sword, and there's the sword. How do I get that sword? That's where that other platform was for. So we'll be back here when we go, you know, proceed on. For now, we're just going to ignore that. We're going to come over here, and we're going to grab this bad boy. Let's liver. There we go. And then, whoops, that's what I want. I keep doing that. Then we're going to come up here and go into this area, this hidden little abode. And come on. Nope, I can't. Attack while I'm falling like that. Take out all of those. All right. Then after we drop down, there's like a little cavern back here. Get ourselves a fragment. Go on back. And then there's this little like doorway arch thing. And we killed those. Yep. And we're going to grab this right here. A demonic artifact. Now see if we can do this without getting blown up. Nope. We cannot. Go through here, and then we can finally exit. Alright. I feel like I'm cave diving and I'm gonna drown because it's got that like Grim Reaper sign and stuff. Alright. I guess Fury does not need to actually breathe oxygen. So, you know, maybe that's a lore thing. Because she can definitely hold her breath indefinitely. And then we're going to be right here. Get totally not blown up by these mines. Take care of these guys. Thankfully they kill themselves with our fanfare equipped. Without that, those guys can get very annoying. And I mean, they're still annoying, but, you know, less annoying with fanfare equipped. Grab ourselves a piece of adamantine. Alright. Now we're gonna go around here. And you might have realized that we have almost made a full circle. Not quite, but soon. Frenzy Shard. And that kelp there. And then right up there is the original serpent hole that we started at. But for now, we're gonna grab this last thing here. A medium lurcher cache. Alright, so that's like all the extra things hidden around this quite significant area. So now we're just going to kind of reorient ourselves. The head of Vulgrim. Hey, buddy. And now you are back here with a time code that's told you, hey, we are actually going to proceed now that I've collected up all the goodies in this Forgotten Lake. So here we go. Oops. So we actually just do a quick little around the corner here. Grab our fun little large lurcher cluster. Look up here and take out this, otherwise we get stuck. That means that when we actually roll, we don't get stuck. On the magna wall that's right here. And this is going to lead us to the missing sword that will allow us to proceed through that closed gate. Now, this might be the longest trail, horse trail, Samus, morph ball trail in the game. I'm not sure, but it certainly feels like it. All right. There's also a small lurcher cluster here. And here. So we got a little puzzle. Oh, we're not going to do the puzzle quite yet. We're just going to go in here and not get slaughtered. Use our crowd control. If we get overwhelmed, they do have wrath, so I'm going to keep force on so we can do our little force ball explosion thing. And we absolutely want to go after our archers, otherwise they can really gang up on you and just annoy the frickin' crap out of you. Good. Okay, we're going to do it just for show. There's quite a bit of damage, especially if you have Arcane up. We saw our little indicator on screen. No. Ouch. Okay, we can do this without popping a. And we're gonna use this. Yeah. Suck on that. Ooh yeah, we did it without needing to pop one, except at the end right there. Alright. So if we proceed, we'll grab ourselves a healing shard. And oops. Wrong corner. My bad. A large lurcher clump, and then we're going to go through here. If you step on this switch, we'll see, oh hey, that's turning, great. Now I can go hit it. Do. No, closes. So, we got to find a way to keep it on. And you might have guessed, and other games that might help you keep a switch pressed down is with the big old block. Big old block. That's exactly what we are going to do. Our block just happens to be purple, and while it looks fractured with this purple stuff, actually just it's totally solid because of the purple stuff. I don't know. And wave at you, as we're gonna knock you back over here. And I got that thing up there before I started knocking this, I hope. If not, I will do it in post-editing. And we got this open now. So now we can use our point with the on my controller, and most controllers it'll be the right stick R3 button by pressing it in. And then hold the left trigger. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And we're through this area, which also can be very annoying. And just because I do not want to die here, and I already beat the chosen guy, I am going to use this here. For the sake of the video. Alright, is that all of it? Yes, that's all of it. Alright. Well done, well done. So we're going to grab a small lurcher cache. The medium lurcher cluster. And our fortification shard. And then grab ourselves...
It must be returned to the first one.
Sword. Okay. It's a very particular sword that must be picked up at a very particular angle. Now we got it. Destroy some pots because we can. Grab this wrath shard. Grab this lurcher cluster. And destroy our purple pimple. For the most underwhelming reward in any of these purple pimples, like the whole frickin' game. A sliver. Like, what? A sliver at this point? Really, guys? Whatever. And... I was about to like hit it, but I had to actually put the sword back. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And we got the shiny worshipping and you. No. She is. Alright, I just realized after playing this game many times now that he destroys the pillars. And I'm wondering if something happens if all of them get destroyed. Probably not, but I just want to see. Alright. Nope. Alright, so let's take you guys out. So let's not die here because we used the thing earlier. There we go. Oh, we're doing good. Dodge Master's on his game today. Okay, I say that, and then that, of course, that happens. Alright, we got another one? Yeah, we do. Oh, it's in there somewhere, baby. In there somewhere. Crap. Alright, well. Alright, finish strong. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to grab this healing shard, this lurcher clump that they were worshipping, and then probably the most interesting switch in the entire game that for some reason is the only place that does this, and I've seen this happen like 95% of the time, but for some reason this particular switch needs to be hit twice. So see what I mean here? We'll do it once. It's like this blue glow. It definitely got hit. It's like, okay, we're hit, and nothing happened. But if I hit it again... Okay, that's not what happened. There we go. So I don't know why this is the one switch in the frickin' game that needs to be hit twice. I literally, like, it felt like the switch lit me the first 20 times I came through here. So I hit it, it's like, alright, I hit it. What happened? What happened? What opened? And then nothing happened. And I was like, wait, what? And then I looked back and it was still blue, and I was like, wait, what? And then I hit it again, and then I was like, I swore I hit it the first time. Anyway, so thanks, game. Making me question my own sanity again. Alright, so we got that in the corner. And we're going to drop down here. And take you guys out. You can't use redemption under the water. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Probably doesn't have a whole lot of ability to, you know, travel because it's not through air. So I buy that. Alright. So we got rid of those two guys before they got really annoying. I don't know why I'm jumping over here so weirdly. I meant to go right over here to this one I'm looking for, this pillar thing. Because this has a large luster cluster behind it, that fallen subway train. And then before we proceed farther, we're going to go through this little fun little inviting opening here. And grab ourselves an Undying Shard. Look up, see that there's a stasis wall, and no, we'll have to come back. Alright. Now that we got that stuff, we can go up here and be like, ooh, there's blocks. I guess there's a block puzzle. So, we're going to do that. And where we want to go, is up there. And there's a very handy dandy glowy thing right there to tell us that. So how do we actually get up there? We have these two pillars of various sizes, and we just need to kind of create ourselves a little ladder. So they're a little bit out of order, so we need to clear the way first. There we go. And I guess it's like coral, and we're just killing coral, and I just feel horrible now. Coral! Oh god, coral. You know, and this is the taller one, so we're going to kind of knock it in front of this one so we don't stack them incorrectly. I think it is possible to do it, but anyway, just to be safe, we're going to do it like this. Also because they stand right next to each other, like this. I mean, of course it's possible, I just could have done it either way, but we're just doing it that way first because it makes me happy. Do a lot of things in this guide just because it makes me happy. Including getting absolutely everything because boom, baby, that's why we're all here. And we're going to grab on these two, boom, and then we can just fire, jump up here, grab ourselves a small little cache. And before we go through there, we're going to hop up here.
Stay back.
Oh, it's a little human boy. He's so cute. We need to shave him. And awesomely, coincidentally, this is our 15th human, giving us access to the next upgrade.
Save me.
Which we will do soon at the last possible serpent hole before the boss. Alright. We're out and grab our demonic artifact, the thing that we actually care about. Although, the first time you're getting the humans, this upgrade is particularly good. So I'd say we care about those humans equally, maybe just not in the future. We only care about the demonic artifact. All right. Oh, you guys again. Not on my watch. You done. And we got ourselves a Wrath Shard hidden in the thing there. And there's Vulgrim, but before we grab Vulgrim, we're going to go up here. Grab ourselves a large Lurcher cluster. Like I said, we could go to Makers now and do something with it, but we got one more Serpent Hole before we can't go back. And that's kind of true, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. We're just going to talk to Vulgrim and show that we are at the Eroded pipeline. And continue on.
Oh, for your sake, I hope you can't smell that.
Even a faceless one would find itself intoxicated here. Is there some meaning to this particular scent?
Gluttony.
That's right. The Kraken was gluttony the whole time. And we can't do anything to it under here, so we're just going to jump. And jump over here. We will be back. These mines will be for something important. We'll grab ourselves a demonic artifact first. And we're going to just run through all of the underwater plant-age. Plant life that's all glowy bioluminescent. Swiftly go through all those. Grab ourselves a angelic artifact and hopefully not get blown up again. And alright, we're out of the water. Good. No one likes those mines. Right here. Alright.
Proceed with caution, mistress.
And then we have another serpent hole, but so and a stasis that we will come back for as well. But we have all these carapaces, cocoons, whatever you want to call them around here. But we're just going to be proceeding carefully, as Watcher suggested, but grab this Havoc Shard. And now we're at the final serpent hole. So there's a few more things we gather before we can't really get anything else, but I think we'll have enough stuff now to do some things, and I'll tell you why in a second. But now,
What would you ask of me?
we're just going to go to, that's the wrong way, to the Maker's Forge. Now over here, we're going to go say hi to Thane, see if he has anything for us for collecting up all these puny baby humans.
You're truly a marvel, lass. I cannot thank you enough. You may very well have saved humanity. As thanks, I can give you more power in that bauble.
Rider's Mercy.
And,
Alright, what did we get? 30% health. Holy moly. That's huge. That's huge. And can you believe that I went through almost the whole game the first time through without getting 15 humans? Because I was just kind of going through and, you know, not trying to go super deep, just trying to collect stuff. Man, 30%, that's huge. And we got it. So that's great. So now we can even, you know, possibly respec and put less into here, because you can see we're at 525 total health healing. So we're a little beyond that. But I'm going to keep it just for the sake of the guide. But yeah. So let's see. Do we have anything to upgrade or enough to upgrade anything right now? We're one short a piece of adamantine, which is unfortunate. But we are going to save that because I do want to upgrade that. No, I use... Nope, for this, nope. We're going to... whatever. I'm doing it. Going to upgrade 8 on Chains of Scorn. And I'm actually going to go for Salvation. Because actually, he's bigger damage deal than you think for the upcoming boss. Alright. We have enough there. We have enough for anything else? We do not. Alright, so now with our chosen, what can we up? We can do Demonic Shade. Do we have enough for Juggernaut? No, we don't have enough for Juggernaut. We don't have enough for Shade either, do we? No. Alright, because I spent it on Leviathan. I forgot about that. Okay. So, are we going to do anything else? No, we're going to save our stuff so that when we do have enough, we can go to the next balanced enhancements. But you might have enough to go balanced and just, you know, go crazy. Alright. And since we're here, I'm going to get another level because the reason I said I was kind of lying about it being the last Serpent Hole is because when you go to the next boss, you automatically get started on the first fight, the first time you fight them, and you don't get to see Vulgrim. But if you die, you respawn at Vulgrim that's like right next to it. So it's kind of, but then you'll lose all the souls that you have in your inventory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend as many souls as I can now. I'm a little bit short, so I'm gonna Skull Touch Face like one thing. That way that I don't have 10,000 souls that are going to waste if I need them and I'm having trouble with the boss. Skull Crush Face, and dump all the souls into here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Actually, I am gonna, so I can. This is just. I just want a Skull Crush Face again. That's all it is. I want a Skull Crush Face again. I'm gonna do that so I can. Yeah, I'm gonna buy. Nope. I'm gonna buy. Oh, come on now. Some health archers. Alright, so since we're here, we're gonna kind of equip ourselves for the upcoming boss fight. And this is what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna keep physical and arcane damage on here. So this boss you don't actually do a lot of arcane responses to, at least especially if you're being cautious. So the most important two things for damage are the barbs, in my opinion, and then salvation, believe it or not. So we want as much on salvation as we can. So And so, we're going to use plus 5% physical damage. And since we went physical reduction on this side, we're going to put actually the balanced fortifier. Yeah, I didn't quite think this all the way through. That's fine. We're going to do the... Actually, do the balanced fortifier on here. No. Nope, we're going to put the shade on here, actually. Yep. All right, and then on here, we're going to put... What did we take off? Fafnir, that's right. All right, and just because it's me, I use this so much that I think I'm actually going to put... Yeah, I'm going to put Fafnir on the hammer because I just use it the least. So I'm actually going to put Juggernaut on here and Fafnir on here. All right. So I think that's the key here. If you like, I've had Juggernaut like upgraded, even like balanced, I might even put it on Salvation and then keep Fortifier on Scorn and then keep Shade on here. But just upgrade Salvation if you can, and upgrade and put the, you know, good damage on Salvation, because it can do a lot more damage than you think it's going to do. All right, and I will kind of go over the loadout again before we actually hop to the boss. I just felt we were doing equipment upgrades, so I just thought I'd do it there. All right, and we have 1 point. We're going to put that into Strength. Again, we're not going to do a lot of Arcane to this particular boss, so we're going to definitely have it as Strength. And with that 30% boost, we definitely do not need it on Health. All right, let's proceed. Take you out. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. And, oh, we can do the... Oh, there's the poison with the freaking awful, like, reaction time. I feel like I have no time to react to it at all. Anyway. It doesn't telegraph itself quite as much. You kind of have to anticipate it when you see it doing it, and then just do it before you actually see what seems like a... Yep. And I need to take that back, too. It just kind of like, if it stops moving and it's going to attack you from real far, then do it. You can dodge forward and take care of it like other ranged attacks. All right. Whoopsie. Watcher told me to be careful, and I wasn't. I should have listened. I should have listened. All right. We pop that just so we don't die. All right. So, whoops. That twice? Come on, Cuddle. Get it together, man. All right. I'm going to grab this with a small lurcher cache. And good. And we're going to grab ourselves that fragment. All right. So you notice there's like soul up there and stuff up there. We will be going there after we get stasis. For now, we're just going to destroy the rest of these because we don't want any more of these jumping out at me, although probably the next time we'll come through here I would have died already, and it's not going to matter. But hey, it makes me feel better. There we go. All right. And that's the way we came in. We're not going there. And we are going to go here, though. And we get a sliver as a random drop. I'll take it. And we have like a whole force thing here that we can kill, but we don't actually give us anything. Which is always... I was actually thinking about this quite a bit. Like, should those... two things, do they have to give me something? No. If everything always gave you something, like, wouldn't it be as rewarding when you do? But like, there's kind of a weird balance of like giving you something and not giving you something. It's like, when is that pronounced and all that? It's like, I want something to be under here, or have there be a point. It gives me access to something, and nothing at all happened there. So I don't know why those two particular things and everything. Just kind of like going into those holes in the dark area and like on the way to Sloth, and there'd be nothing in there. Just kind of like that. Anyway, speaking of Sloth, you might recall the Harvester. And now we got two of them. These are not the Harvesters. These are just like a regular Harvester enemy now. And we're going to fight. We're going to fight dirty. Now, how do you fight dirty, you might ask? Well, there just so happens to be this big-ass train car here. And you might run, you're like, well, Cuddle, what do you do with a train car? Oh, what do train cars do? They roll. They roll on tracks. So how about we get our friend here in front of it. Kind of keep him in front. And then... Oh, yeah.
It must weigh tons. How?
It's all in the wrist, Watcher.
I got a little too excited about that. And... yeah, so there's the other one over there. We're going to deal with in a second. We're just going to do that. Grab our small electric cache there. Destroy this now. Don't have to, I guess, but might as well because we're here. And... they got these guys before this big harvester guy sees us, because they can get kind of annoying. And we're going to fight this guy more traditionally. And and we are much more powerful now than we were back then. So this guy is not too much of a problem, of a hindrance, of a block, of an obstacle. And we just take him out. Hey guys, screw you. Dragging me away. And if, by the way, if you die to those guys, they are not like the other ones. You just die. And all right, we get our invigoration core. Now we can hold 5 Nephilim respites. Nice.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna go up here. From our moved card that we used to kill one of the harvesters. Grab ourselves a strength shard. Look over here. Go up here. So anything? Oh no, it was just. Oh, it's just that. Okay. Well, we can actually do a little skip some rolling and jump ahead, and more fall our way across. And if you're wondering what we're doing, I just kind of skipped like the part you need to figure out. I'm just going right to the solution. Is we're trying to change the track so that when we hit the train car going back, we can get up to that cliff. So if we do it right now, it'll stop too short and we won't be able to reach it. We're literally going to go to the other track now. So we're going to change the junction with our magic lever pulling powers. Our battle mage powers. And also grab ourselves the large leisure cluster up there. And now we can move this. And in case you were wondering, yes. Oops. That was going to be a lot cooler if it actually worked. You can actually use this to hit the train. Usually I can make it bounce, whatever. Okay, you know what? Fine. Fine, car. Whatever. So you moved. If we did it before switching it, it would just boom, stop here where we originally found it and we'd be able to reach. But now we can reach. Huzzah! Dun 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 dun. Ah, sounds so good. Alright. We're gonna come over here. Grab ourselves a piece of adamantine and go to this other side. This other side is where we actually need to go. That was just a fun little piece. We could have waited and upgraded the barb a little bit, but whatever. I'm okay with my choices. Take out those wonderful things. Like I said, we don't have another serpent hold technically for the next boss start, so we wouldn't have a chance to go back and upgrade it. But if you waited and you die, then maybe you can. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm okay with this. Oh, no you don't. And we're going to open up a little shortcut here. And be like, wow. Now we can just cut through. Okay, great, thanks. I don't think we're ever going to use that. Okay, whoopsie. I forgot that he jumps you. Okay, nope.
Miracles do still exist in this world.
Okay, jeez Louise. Okay, no, not okay with this is how this is going, guys. I'm not okay with how this is going. Okay, got it. Okay. Phew. Those guys don't usually jump me from there. Like he's back there, and then he's the, that guy jumps me, I guess, but the purple guy usually doesn't. Anyway, they're just conspiring against me today, I guess. Not you. Okay. See, like even dodges are too early now. I don't know, man. We're just gonna take you out. Alright, there we go. And we got a respite out of it. Fantastic. Alright. Destroy that, just because it looked at me funny, and my favorite joke is just to destroy random things I don't need to, because I think there might be something in it, because I don't exactly remember. Interested now, then I just say that. Oh, crap. Okay, I almost clipped through there. I've clipped through quite a few places, but not there. And we got that fragment up there. And we are going to go back down, but we're actually going to do it this backwards way. And we can see this guy hanging out. He's just chilling. He's just like, yo. I'm about to jump you if you went down first. So we're going to go up and we're going to jump you, buddy. Yes. I don't know if I necessarily recommend this path now because I forgot that those guys are there already and they can jump you like that. Okay, nope. Nope. Alright, that was close. Alright, we got this. Phew, alright. And I switched that because I didn't want to use the respite because we're not going to have a chance to refill them before the boss. Again, I say that kind of because if you die, you pop out right next to it, but if we want to kind of do this in this one shot, which is what we want to do for the episode, although we're never really successful with that, I gotta say. I'm at least set myself up for success. First, I was the angelic artifact after we got the thing over there. Destroy these as we want to. And now we're ready for the boss. So, if you proceed through there, right to the right is Vulgrim, but you won't actually get to trigger him. Just the cutscene will trigger right away. So we're going to kind of prepare now. So I'm going to pop this healing shard again and wait a second while we talk. So again, I'm going to put this. So with this boss, we'll get into it and do the strategy, but you don't do a whole lot of arcane counters with this guy. You can use the lance with its ranged one, but I don't like it a whole bunch. And you can use it. That's not wrong, but like I think the safest and the most straightforward way to deal with this boss is just put stuff on Barb and then actually just keep hitting him with salvation from far away. Just bam, 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 bam. Because it kind of like forces you to kind of range away anyway. And if you have Shade on there like I do now, and we're going to charge up the attack, so we do flame damage as well, it's just kind of a win-win. So, and I would not, if this is the first time you're playing this boss, I would not recommend this. But for the sake of the video, I am going to pop a fortification shard. And yeah. But if you're having trouble and you kind of understand the attacks and you keep on dying, maybe then the second or third try, pop the fortification shard. But I am going to wait and do it now because I'm going to do this in one shot like a true professional, which would definitely not be the first time in this series where I don't like die to the boss at least once. Okay, there we go.
Perfectly fake. Mistress! You must awaken. You must come back.
Nice try, but Lust already tried that trick. Gluttony!
Mistress!
Wretch! You broke my illusion! You should have remained inside your desire, horseman. It would have been more merciful than what I'll do to you.
If you can reach me.
Perhaps I shall disembowel you and let you watch your guts spill out in front of you.
Try your best, you bloated thing.
That caught your voice. You think I will be an easy kill?
The easiest of all.
But I'm not yet full. You know I've tried. I've been feasting, but I'm still not satisfied.
That son of a bitch. Alright, so first thing we want to do is we want to swing back here. And then I kind of get up close for that last part, but not too close to get a few hits in. Because there's no way to really dodge those when you're up close. You have to be just out of range. And we are now going to go close and just run around. If you're close, then he doesn't do many of them. And if you're close, then you don't yourself, but there we did that even though we didn't to. And we're totally going to do the salvation thing that I said we're going to do. But since I'm here, I'm doing the arcane dodges. But something you might be wondering about. Alright, we'll see. We'll throw salvation out there. Watch it. Have a fun time trailing. We seem to be doing very little damage to him. But do not worry and do not get discouraged. Is that this health bar is like literally like twice the amount of health he really has. It's really, the health bar is only half of the original size. Because the second half is like a puzzle part of the boss. So the only like fight part is this. And I should have said, so when you get close, you don't want to get too close. Even if you have force equipped, he'll suck you in. But the way to avoid getting sucked in is just have force equipped. And then you can just keep throwing Gluttony. Throwing salvation. Oops. Dodge all the way for that. And I also realized that I popped my fortification shard way too early, and it kind of ran out during the cutscene. So that's on me. I'll take responsibility for that one. But if you're skipping the cutscene, it wouldn't matter. But since I didn't skip the cutscene, back up. See, there's no way to avoid that. Pop that. And we're going to, just while we're farther away, we can. And especially while he's sucking up like that, we can just go boop, boop. And yes, if you're like me, you're thinking like, okay, so we learned before that we could do this and all this stuff and like, you know, attack the eyes with the like lock on. Is there like some mechanic that we're missing? And the answer is no. This is just kind of like an old school kind of boss, I guess. And definitely the most annoying boss of them all. It also feels, especially the first time, and you don't know that it's a puzzle part. And I got sucked in. This is what happens if you get sucked in. And if you don't have fortification shard on, you can die very easily if you don't have a lot of health. So I'm glad that we did. I'm glad I have fortification shard on. But just don't get too close. And make sure you have force equipped for when he starts sucking. And you'll be good. If you're safe far away, you'll have a few minutes, which is probably the reason why it makes the most sense to me to stay a little farther. Definitely start shooting that stuff. Because it gives you time to react, and you stay out of way of his swinging attack, and you have time to react to his sucking. So. Boop. 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 Alright, so you saw we're kind of halfway and now we're at the puzzle part. So you can't actually do any more damage to him without doing the puzzle. So that part of the fight's done. Although if you do die here, you'll have to redo the fight part too. But yeah, so you just went kind of boop boop. That's kind of my trick. Stay far away and just go crazy. And that's probably the most useful salvation will be in the whole game. Alright, so now let's actually do this. So if you're also like me, you're like, okay, obviously he's Gluttony. I'm going to want him to suck this stuff in. But how do I do that? Okay, let me grab these mines. But the way you actually trigger it is like that. and now he's sucking in. So if you grab... Oh, I guess I've never gotten to E2 before. Okay, it only did 1 damage anyway. All right. Is that you can kind of grab one here and then just go back and forth forever. What actually makes him trigger sucking in is getting close to him. The key is just to get close when you're swimming around with one of the bombs following you. As soon as he starts to suck, you just put on the Force Hollow, drop, and then since you were kind of up above in the water level, you'll drop below where the explosive is, and then he'll start sucking in, and then you won't hit you when it's sucking towards him, and you know, all that stuff. So just boom, and just do it twice, and it's over. Gluttony's down. And that's all she wrote, boys and girls.
There are so few surprises left in the world. Isn't that sad?
At the moment, I've had enough surprises. You sound odd. Is something wrong?
Take this.
The stasis hollow. Why?
Question my gift.
I question your motives. Why does the Lord of Hollows continue to weaponize one of the 4 horsemen? For what purpose?
Remain on your path. In time, perhaps you will find your truth. That would be a fine surprise indeed.
And in the meantime, more toys for me to play with?
Horseman, in our next encounter, only one of us will survive.
Cryptic.
Hardly. You help me, then you threaten me?
Be gone.
The Stasis Hollow, our 4th and final hollow, as well as item that lets us, you know, traverse or do anything. And yeah, so we kind of unlocked all the toys now. So this particular hollow, well, operates similar to the other ones. It gives us a few different options. It allows us to walk on water. We are now a Jesus. And also we can go up those walls with like a Mario style wall jump. So we're not going to do this yet. We're going to save and do that in the next episode. For now, we're just going to go back to the serpent hole that you would have gone to if you had died. Whoops. I did that too early. Let's go back to stasis. Create ourselves a little platform. And it's important to know that you will, if you switch over hollows, you won't immediately like go through the ice platform you just made. Which allows you to get enough footing to rocket jump up. And everything's dead because I didn't die. See, guys, I told you I didn't die. I didn't die. I didn't die. All right. No fancy editing tricks this time. I actually didn't die. All right. So, we, did I just walk all the way past that and actually grab it? Okay, I just grabbed it without talking about it. We got the luminous up. Well, I guess we're going on a little diving expedition. But we grabbed the luminous visage we got for killing Gluttony. I said killing. When I really mean walk away and collect it because cool girls don't look at explosions. Am I right? Or am I right? And we're going to run back like a bunch of chumps and collect 2 more things right next to the Sewage, Egress, Serpent Hole. Anybody? we're going to go collect a replacement fortification shard. Thank you. And the healing shard right here. Although, next episode, we're just going to start here and go up there right away. But for now, we just collect it there. And here we're going to end the episode.
Tales of brave fury have reached Targon's ears. He desires an audience.
Then go perform for him. You're entertaining, in a lowbrow sort of way.
But I'm not the mightiest horseman in all the realm, you fiery flatterer.
Oh, shucks, dear Vogie. The Crucible. So if you have the DLC installed, you will, once again, be able to access the Crucible. It's not the first time that he invites you as you continue on. All right.
What would you ask of this?
So we are at the Sewage Egress.
Farewell.
So I said we're going to end the episode, but actually we're going to go to the Maker's Forge and kit ourselves out with some fancy stuff.
What would you please take your time?
Of course, now that we're here, we're going to do some good old Skull Crush Face. 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 Skull Crush. All right. And now that we got a good number of souls,
Take your time.
we are going to, of course,
An excellent choice.
buy the 3 of each kind of artifact that are now available to us for defeating Gluttony. You might also notice that fragments are now available to purchase, although that they're kind of a hefty sum, even more than a single artifact, although they are in unlimited quantities. So, like I said, these are no longer something you really have to worry about. You know, like, it's good to collect them, and eventually when you run out of stuff to upgrade, you can start selling them too and get some extra cash. But, you know, it's just another additional thing that's now on there forever. All right. And we also have the Stasis Hollow armor that, again, we're not going to buy. Because, again, if you have like a favorite hollow, feel free. But I am going to just wait. And, all right. I'm going to kill myself and get those back because I'm a true gamer. But let's see what Sir so-and-so can do for us. Now, he switched sides on us.
I see you have delivered some human.
I have Random Maker that you don't give a name of.
What do you need?
All right. You can't buy pieces yet, which if I could, maybe I would to get to level 10 there, but since we can't. And boom, boom. And now Salvation isn't as useful anymore, so I'm not even going to do that. And we don't have any slivers. Maybe buy some slivers and do that if you want, but I'm going to wait because I don't use that sort of whole lot either. Although it's arguably the more useful skill, useful hollow in the game because you can slow stuff down, but we're going to deal with that later. All right. So we should have enough now to balance something. What are we going to balance? See, this is really tempting to me because, man, I love me some improved invincibility windows. And for the sake of this, for the videos, I think that's what I'm going to do. If you're not having much trouble, though, you can definitely throw it into Shade or I wouldn't do Leviathan, but at least not right now. Again, that's one of the ones we upgraded, so we will for like the achievement. But for now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it into Obscurus.
Some of my best work.
Fantastic. And then we should have enough to go one more in there. Boom. In Angelic. So we get a little more damage reduction. Perfect. All right. So we got just a little overview again. We got 1 balanced, 2 balanced, and then we've invested in 3, 4, 5. So we're definitely going to be probably upgrading these. Maybe there's technically enough in the game to upgrade 6 in a single run for the achievement. And I think I mentioned this before too, but you don't even have to do it all in one run. You can, it can be in like subsequent games. So you can do it like in New Game Plus 1 or 2. It doesn't have to be, it can be the same, doesn't have to be the same profile. It could be a different file. You know, you can, it's just, it's all cumulative, which is good. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna do a little rearranging and then dump the rest into levels. And then, like I think I said before, once we hit level 50, we'll kind of reevaluate where we're at. But now we're just gonna go for 50 and we're gonna redo this. And we also have a new place for a passive in the Edge of Scorn. So that's what we're gonna do. And technically, you can also unlock the entire DLC, the second DLC, and get all 4 additional weapons, give you 4 more slots. But like I've said a few times, we're going to save that for the end, because you can still buy and play through the game very much without the DLCs, which I think is also a very, it's not like you're missing out on a whole lot in terms of like the core game is very well structured. You're not missing out on something major. All right, so on the Barbs of Scorn, we're going to keep that just because that's one I use the most. We're going to put Shade back on my favorite weapon there. We're going to keep... No, we're going to put you, Obscurus, on Salvation. And we're going to put... Yeah, I'll put Juggernaut on you. We're going to put Obscurus. I do that because I do use Havoc. I use it enough to kind of get Havoc from it. I don't honestly use a lot of these that much. No, we're gonna put changing. We're gonna do Fafnir on Salvation, and we're gonna put. What did I just go past it? What am I thinking? Obscurus. That's what I meant. We'll put that on there because we will going to generate some stuff, and unless you have an extra slot, you can maybe put Leviathan on there just to get some extra souls, but I'm not going to do that because I just don't feel like it. And what do I want? We got Fafnir equipped. 3%, without any balance on this, maybe we will just put Leviathan on that other one. Reward from Lathrich is also good. Because like that will be helpful, even though we're just talking about how it's not useful, blah, blah. 6% Wrath Bar per minute is not a lot. 10% more on Wretched is helpful. Alright, so now our trance, we don't need that yet. Alright, so we don't have an obvious choice. We are gonna actually keep Leviathan on there, so we can destroy some stuff. We can get some health regen. And then we're gonna put Obscurus on here, because we can generate some more Havoc. And yeah, so maybe we'll start using it for that. Anywho. All right, how many levels we got? We got a couple. Ooh, do we get 3? Yeah, we do. All right. Oops. And where are we looking here? Okay, we got 660. And so this number changed now that we have the 30% on Rider's Mercy. So total we do 525. Yeah, we're going to keep that at 13. Lucky number 13, of course. And let's get Arcane up to 15. I'll put one more in Strength just because if it was me, I might even be up to 20 in Arcane, less in Strength. But since I say me, when I'm off stream or off recording, but I'm just going to Strength there. And yeah, that's all we're going to do for now. We're going to try by Sewage Egress. Egress, I don't know. I'm not a professional talker. I'm only a hobbyist talker, as it were. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love talking with y'all. Like, subscribe, all that stuff really, really helps me out. And, let me know what you think. I read all the comments. I respond to them. I have a lot of fun talking with you guys here on the videos, so I just really appreciate it. And it helps me out a lot. So, if you enjoy this, get something out of this, a comment really helps me and helps me in the algorithm and all that, which makes it, more feasible for me to do this more often. So next time we will be collecting up a bunch of stuff with Stasis. Oops, that's not Stasis. This is Stasis. Will we be getting absolutely everything? No, like I said, we're going to not go to that tornado area, for example. Just going to do a final cleanup before the very end. But we are going to do and kind of clean up everything we can that's, appropriate to clean up before we move on to the final, areas. So I say final. I guess it's the final. Yeah, we've only got one major area left to explore, the Scar. But for now, say hi one more time. See, it's locked here. That's the Scar we'll go to soon. And say hi to Phil. Bye to Phil.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
We're both saying bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. I'm Cuddle, and I will see you again next time. Oh, and the darn spreadsheet. The spreadsheet's in the...